everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, I am excited because I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite makeup products from the year of 2021. I'm pretty sure that all of these products came out this year in 2021, and I'm just so excited and pleased to have them within my collection. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have a bonus product, so it's actually 11 products, but let's jump right on in. So firstly, I do want to kind of go from how I apply makeup. So I'm going to start with foundations. I actually have two foundations that I want to talk about. The first one is this Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. I do have the shade Fair, and this is what this one looks like. This is such an amazing tinted hydrator, and the reason that I wanted to put this one in today's video is because I love that it is so affordable. It is a great affordable option that is available to you that's within the drugstore, and that's something that I really try to look for, because obviously you can find some really great products from Ulta and Sephora, but they can really run you for a pretty expensive price tag. And so I feel like with this one you can get a really great high quality performing product, but actually only pay maybe $5 or $6. So that is why I enjoy this one so much. I will say the shade range is not very good. However, if you can find a shade that works for you, I do really think that this is a great one to snag up at such an affordable price. The next product is not so affordable, but it's definitely something that I have come to really love, and I will always probably have it within my collection because I think it's just a beautiful foundation, and that is this one from L'Oreal. This is the True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I have the shade 2-3. This is a good one, you guys. This is absolutely stunning on the skin. I'm pretty sure this went TikTok viral, and this is actually one of the few products that I actually agree with all of the hype that it's getting. This one is a little bit pricier. It is, I think its retail value is like $19.99. I would not recommend that you purchase this one for that price. I think if you could get this on sale, I know sometimes like Ulta has coupons. If you can find this at Target, I know if you have like different Target Circle offers, sometimes you can get those for a coupon for a cheaper price as well. I actually got mine from CVS online and only paid like $5 for this, because on CVS you can like stack all of your coupons, and so I think that that is a great way to get this one as well. But this is such a beautiful foundation. It's so stunning on the skin. It wears also really well, which is something that I was actually a little bit surprised about because of the fact that it's claiming to be a tinted serum. It is very liquidy, so it's not a thick product at all. It's definitely a lot more thin in consistency, which I prefer. I just feel like those formulas tend to look better on me than more of like a moussey texture. And I hate the packaging, but I just love the product so much that's inside that I can look past it. So that was definitely a 2021 release and discovery that I just love so much, and I'm so glad that I decided to test it out, pick it up, and so forth. The concealer that I want to talk about is this one from Tarte. This is the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer. This has completely stolen my heart. I'm so shocked at how much I enjoy this one. I have two shades because I initially purchased it in the mini. The shade that I have in the mini is 16 in Fair Light Neutral, and the shade that I have in the full size is 22 in Light Neutral. So here is what this looks like, and again, I just really enjoy this concealer. I'm most likely going to be mixing the two shades just so I can try to finish this one up, the mini. But this is a beautiful formula. I won't say that it's probably any better than the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So if you love that one and you really don't want to spend the money on a higher priced concealer, just stick with that one from e.l.f. I think that one performs beautifully, and again, I think it is so beautiful. But something about this one, this is just such a great formula too, and I'm a makeup junkie, so I definitely wanted to give this one a try, and I'm so glad I did, because it's a great formula. And I think if you could get it on sale, they actually, Tarte just had like a 50% off concealers in like face products type of sale because they were doing like their birthday celebration or something, and that was for 50% off. So just be on the lookout if you're wanting to try out that concealer. You can most likely get it for a sale. Now let's get into some cheek products. Another makeup discovery of 2021. It actually released this year, and it has quickly become a favorite. Is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. Now, here's the thing. This isn't my favorite cream bronzer in the world. I have so many that I really, really love and enjoy in my collection. But I think the beauty with this one is that it is so affordable, and there's actually a pretty good shade range available. I have the shade, I want to say it's Honey Drip. Yes. I have the shade Honey Drip. This formula is very, very forgiving. So it's not super pigmented. You kind of have to go in quite a few times to, you know, get it to really build up. I don't have an issue with that though. Sometimes it's just a little bit better to not have to worry about going in with like a fully pigmented product. And I think that this is a good one. I really do. It's very affordable. I think it's worth trying out. And again, I think the shade range is pretty good with this one for it being so affordable, which is something that I always love. And I'm very, very happy that e.l.f. decided to come out with so many shades. Then I have, for blushes, I actually have 2 cream blush formulas that came out this year. And I am just so glad that I picked these up. I'm loving them. I love having them in my collection. The first one is the Melt Cream Blush Light. I have the shade Polished, and I've talked about this one before on my channel. This is one that is such a beautiful, beautiful formula. I love the shade. And again, I have the shade Polished, and this is actually a shimmer formula. So it's actually a blush that has a little bit of shimmer to it, a little bit of radiance within the formula, and that is what makes it so unique to have in my collection. And I absolutely love that love this blush and this shade in particular. For that reason, I would love to pick up the shade Honey Thief. That's more of like a matte cream blush rather than this one that has like the shimmer in it. So this is just such a great long wearing cream blush. The formula is very easy to apply on the skin. I don't struggle with blending it out. It goes very well on top of foundation. And yeah, I just think it's a really good one, and it's one of the best cream blushes that has released this year. And we all know how many cream blushes that have released this year. I have 2 shades, but this is another cream blush formula that did come out this year. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Blush, and I have the shade Nude Kiss. This is actually the second one that I purchased. A really great one as well. It's more of like a nudie pink color. I wish it was a little bit more nude rather than rosy, but I still love it. And then the shade Coral Crush is actually the first one that I picked up, and is how I actually discovered my love for this product. So this is a great one. These cream blushes, the formula of these are so nice. They're so pigmented, very similar to the Melt, where they're very easy to blend. They're not dupes or anything. Definitely not. They're definitely different formulas, but they're both very easy to work with. And that's kind of what I was saying, is how they're similar in the sense that they're very easy to work with. They're also very long wearing, and they sit very well on top of most foundations. I haven't experienced any issues thus far. So a year for cream blush for sure. 2021 definitely is a year for cream blush, but these 2 formulas have really stood out to me. Then the rest are eyeshadow palettes, and then I will kick it off I will end this video actually talking about a lip product. So a couple of eyeshadow palettes that have really, or a few actually, that have really just stood out to me this year. I'm so glad that I have them within my collection, and I feel like they truly do add that value to my collection. The first eyeshadow palette so I have 2 of them, but the ones that they are the Revlon So Fierce Prismatic palettes, and I have the shade Slight Flex, and that's a dub. So Slight Flex is the one that I wanted first, and this is the one that I purchased right away pretty much. I love, love, love this color story, and that's a dub I picked up shortly afterwards because I just think it's so stunning. It reminds me so much of my Tom Ford quad in the shade Nude Dip, and that is why I wanted to pick this one up. And this shimmer shade right here is absolutely stunning, and it's so impactful on the lids. It's stunning. So here's the thing with these eyeshadow palettes. They're definitely not for everyone. And I say that because they're not super pigmented. The quality isn't the best. However, I kind of like that about these palettes because they offer just something a little bit different, a little bit more editorial-like, a little bit more effortless because they're not super pigmented. It's kind of like a wash of color on the lids, which I appreciate. I also love within these Slight Flex Quad this shade right here. It's so beautiful. It's almost like a duochrome. It's stunning, and it's such a special shade within such an affordable palette. And honestly, this color story is so high-end looking. It's almost like a luxury type of color story that you can find in a drugstore palette. I love these. I love the washed out look that these can provide on your eyes, and it almost looks just like you tried so hard but you really didn't. So these are really some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes that I have discovered this year, and I'm so glad that they decided to come out with those because they're just something different that they bring to the drugstore realm, if I might say so myself. The next product is from Wet n Wild, and this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Tin Pan palette in the shade Nude Awakening. So I know that this color story is nothing new. I know that Wet n Wild has had these palettes before, but this is actually a new formula that came out, I want to say this year, and the Tin Pan palettes I want to say are also new. I know that they've had palettes before. I don't know if those were 10 pans or 12 pans, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but this formula is so good, and specifically the color story Nude Awakening is my absolute favorite. I love this one. I actually wore this on my wedding anniversary, like on our anniversary date, and that says a lot because that's a very special day to me, and the fact that I chose this $5 drugstore eyeshadow palette from Wet n Wild to wear for that day says a lot, and it lasted beautifully throughout the day. I didn't notice any fading, and of course it's just stunning, and it's perfect for every day. It's perfect for work. So if you're wanting something that's affordable, that you can wear every day and it will work for you every day, and it's something that's pretty simple, I highly recommend these palettes from Wet n Wild, specifically the shade Nude Awakening. The next palette that I picked up around the same time is the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Pastel Dreams palette. So I actually just uploaded a video. I created 6 different looks with this palette. I actually created a look with all of the different duos within the palette. So I created a mint look, a yellow look, a pink look, a peach look, a lilac look, and a blue look. So definitely check out that video. I worked so hard on that video, so if you could give it some love, I would really appreciate it. Also, I can't believe I didn't even talk about this. Thank you so much for 200 subscribers. It means a lot to me. This journey on YouTube has been a lot of fun. It really has, and it really has become an outlet for me, a creative outlet for me. It has been a way to just kind of get my creative juices flowing and really have the opportunity to talk about makeup on a platform, on my own platform, on my own channel, because I love makeup, but I don't have a lot of people within my real life, if you will, that loves makeup as much as I do. So thank you so much for the 200 subscribers. It was a milestone that I definitely wanted to reach in 2021, and you guys made it possible. So thank you so much, and I am just really looking forward to getting 300 and then hopefully getting to the point where I can get monetized. That would be my ultimate dream, my ultimate goal, because I would love to be able to do this and you know, earn some income and so forth. But just thank you, and I definitely didn't want that to go unnoticed. So going back to the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Pastel Dreams palette, I do have that video, so be sure to check it out if you have maybe been eyeing this palette but you're not sure how you feel about it, or if it's going to be everyday, or not everyday appropriate, because it's definitely not, but how it's going to become more approachable for you. Check out that video. But this is such a gem. It is such a gem. I love this palette so much, and honestly, I am so glad that I purchased this. It was a pretty pricey palette. I think it's like $54, $58, but it is worth every penny in my opinion. And the reason I say that is because I love pastels, but pastels are pretty hard to formulate, and so it's very hard to find pastels that perform really, really well on the eyes. Sometimes they can get ashy or chalky, or they are just not very pigmented, but these pastels are so pigmented. They are so worth it in my opinion, and the shimmer shades are stunning. You will see how those shimmer shades perform in that video that I posted. So this is just something that I treasure within my collection, and I love it. I love it. I love it. And then another colorful palette. It's kind of nice how it worked out. I talked about two more neutral eyeshadow palettes with the Revlon and the Wet n Wild, and then I just talked about the Give Me Glow, and then I have this one from ABH Norvina. So two colorful palettes, but this is such a gem within my collection as well. I actually got this for my birthday. My birthday was over 2 months ago, right? September, yes. And this is so stunning. So to be exact, this is the Pro Pigment Palette Volume 5. So this is the 5th one that they have come out with, and it is just stunning. It is absolutely stunning. This is a purple lover's dream palette. Like, it is perfect. It is perfection in the palette. I've actually created like I think 1 or 2 looks with this palette already. I love it, and I would reach for it every day if I could, but I love my neutrals as well. But purple is definitely my favorite color to wear, and I feel like purple is really beautiful on brown eyes, and so I love this palette. I think that it's the perfect purple palette in my opinion, and if you love purples and you're wanting just kind of like a one-stop shop, I highly, highly recommend this one. So this is definitely a love of 2021 for sure. And the bonus products, the 11th products that I want to talk about in today's video is this Huda Beauty Cream Glow Lipstick. I love this formula. I adore this formula. I have the shade Hustler, and you guys, I want every shade. I really adore this lipstick formula. I also really, really adore the shade Hustler. I think it's stunning for fall and for every day. It'll go so well with so many like chocolatey, bronzy eye looks. I love it so much. And this formula is what I adore so much. I really want to pick up more of like a nude shade within this formula, but this is such a gem. These lipsticks are stunning. They make your lips look so full and so like voluptuous and plump, if you will. They're not super long lasting, but because they're a cream glow formula, they actually last a little bit longer than I thought they would. So that was a pleasant surprise, but this is just such a beautiful formula. And again, the shade Hustler is just absolutely perfect for fall. I'm very interested in the shade Buttercup, and but crazy enough, I was actually considering getting the Charlotte Tilbury JK Magic lipstick, but one day I was in Sephora and I had swatched JK Magic on the back of my hand, and then I swatched the Huda Beauty Buttercup in this line lipstick. They're almost identical. Like, I wasn't even planning that, but they're almost identical. And the Huda Beauty lipstick and Buttercup is like over $10 cheaper than the Charlotte Tilbury JK Magic. So that was kind of a really cool dupe to come across. They're very similar. If you go into Ulta, be sure to swatch JK Magic against the Huda Beauty Buttercup lipstick, and they are super similar. I was kind of shocked, but I love this formula. I adore it. I think it's so, so stunning, and I'm really, really happy that I decided to grab one of these. So those are all of the 10+1 products that I discovered in 2021 that maybe came out in 2021, and I'm just so in love with them. I'm so glad to have them within my collection. I hope that you guys found this video enjoyable, entertaining. Maybe it inspired you to pick up a few of these items. I especially recommend the products from the drugstore that are just super affordable, because why not? Try them out, test them out, see how you like them. But if you did enjoy this video, I really hope that you would give this video a thumbs up, and I would also love for you to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube channel family. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye!